The Sauce Gardner contract campaign is fully underway. What is going on, Jet fans? Matt O'Leary here with another video. Excited to get into this one, as now a couple of people have gone to bat for Sauce Gardner in getting a new contract. This actually kind of goes back to March, although it resurfaced over the last couple of days. So for full transparency, what happened was Deion Sanders had a tweet in March in reference to the cornerback market. Sauce Gardner was essentially saying, why are, edge rushers and I forget what the other position was. Why do they get paid a certain way and then corners don't? And Deion says, because the dog corners need to stand up for themselves and what they bring to the table, or sit down and watch what's happening. You all need to stand up and stand out and believe in what you possess. Sauce Gardner quote tweeted it with a salute emoji over the weekend. So a part of me wonders, is that the beginning of the contract negotiations? Is he like, you know what, it's my time now, and my agent's talking with the Jets and they're trying to iron things out? It's beginning, it's happening right now. And it didn't stop there, as today, just less than an hour ago, you had Darius Slay, who said that Houston, quote, did right by their star cornerback, talking about the extension to Derek Stingley. He signed in on a massive contract extension this offseason. He was in the same draft that Sauce Gardner was 3 years ago. And Sauce quoted that one and said, I appreciate you, and it'll happen in due time. And I agree. I do think it will happen in due time. And I gave both Garrett and Sauce Gardner a ton of credit for how they both showed up and didn't hold out for either OTAs or minicamp. And that's still my stance on it. I think both players handled it the right way. They showed up. They will now, in my opinion, use this quiet time between now and the start of training camp at the end of July and come up with some sort of contract extension. And I honestly think the Sauce Gardner one is pretty easy to do, because there's a benchmark that was just set a couple of months ago when Houston gave Derek Stingley a contract with an AAV at $30 million. That's your number right there, $30 million. You could do it over 3 years. You could do it over 4 years. You can give him a little over 30, so that you can say, oh, he's the highest paid corner in the NFL at, 30.25, 30 and a quarter million dollars for the next 3 or 4 years. And like I said, I think this is something that goes down before training camp begins, which is at the end of July. But it shouldn't be a hard negotiation for either side. I don't think it's going to get messy. I don't take what Sauce Gardner did on Twitter as making this messy. I wonder if the tweets are going to stay up. Sauce has a tendency to delete tweets sometimes, but I don't think he said anything bad. He was, two guys went to his support and he said, yeah, thank you, and it's going to happen in good time. So in due time, I keep saying in good time. In due time, it'll come, the contract extension. Garrett's going to be interesting. I keep going back to the Amon-Ra St. Brown as well as Brandon Ayuk extensions from a year ago. That was at $30 million. I think that's the number. I don't think you see it get to Jamar Chase levels, closer to $40 million. I think 30 is right around the AAV number where, you'd be able to get both of those done. And it'd be really cool to see both happen in the next few weeks. That way, when training camp begins, you get the joint press conference with both those guys, and it really set the tone for who you're building with going forward. And to me, Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson are both two guys that you want to build around in the future of the New York Jets. So let me know your thoughts on the negotiations down below in the comments. Do you think a Sauce Gardner contract happens soon? I'm Matt O'Leary. Subscribe here if you're new, and I'll catch you next time.